Welcome! E aí, galera, beleza? Bem-vindo à nossa comunidade.
Welcome to our community.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It is OGC here. So today, huge news in Art of Conquest. Yip Tailwind does not work. Do you know why I know this? Because OGC's Nemo told me it did not work. OGC Nemo, how do you know that Yip Tailwind does not work?
Because I heard it on Facebook and the internet.
If it's on Facebook, does that mean it's true?
100% true.
So that is right, ladies and gentlemen. Yip Tailwind does not work. The reason why we know it doesn't work is because some random person on Facebook said it does not work with no evidence to support that it does not work. That's all that we need to know. So thank you guys for coming for the video. Yip Tailwind does not work. All right, so before we end this video, let's go see if Mr. Jon Snow can beat us for a second time. So we'll jump into a fight, and the fight is going to be between Jon Snow, who's an old friend of mine, and myself. So in this fight, it's important to remember that Mr. Jon Snow has 1,000k core power higher than mine. If we look at mine, it's 2100 core power. If we look at Mr. Jon Snow, he is at 3100 core power. I did use the double tailwind Yip, and I mean, because of it, I just got absolutely crushed. Absolutely crushed. So I'm on the right hand side. He's on the left hand side. You can see the Yip tailwind. I'm not doing any damage to his swords on that bottom area. None at all. It's not working out at all in my favor. Oh, all of his are dead right there? Wow, I wonder how that happened. The game must have glitched out because Yip Tailwind, it does not work at all. There's no possible way it could work. So anyways, I end up able to time out on this fight. So let's go and see what people are saying about Yip Tailwind. So this is one of them, and it says, I've already said it, and so has many others, in reference to Yip Tailwind not working. If people want to think Yip Wind stacks, then that's on them. The only known stacking effect is Balrog Overall, which I have no idea how you test that out, by the way. That sounds insanely hard to test. And Tierden Aura, that one's testable. That's it, nothing else stacks. Now you can cover the whole map with 2 Warhorns or 2 Winds, yes, but none of those sack. And for those who think it does, no, Talk doesn't sack either. He's bugged so that the war jumps, whatever. Don't care about that. In the last paragraph it says, the mirror is a work in progress, according to Lilith VIP in WeChat. So this person's talking to Lilith VIP in WeChat. The mirror is fun to give to players, but overall tests the theory of the void mirrors help borrow for them. If this goes well, we may get void mirrors heroes to borrow. Well, whatever they're saying with that. Basically, on Facebook, it's well known, and many people are saying this, that Yip Tailwind does not sack. So because it's on Facebook, we know that it is true. OGC Nemo, how often is things on the internet true?
Every single time.
That is the mentality that will get you into trouble, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, that one got me into a lot of trouble. So just because it's on Facebook, just because it's in your house chat, just because maybe it's in one of my videos, does not mean that it is true. It actually means nothing. This person's point of reference is Lilith VIP. So Lilith VIP is the one that's saying this. Another example of this is from another post where this person's pretty much just saying that there's a really high core power player that says that it doesn't work, which means that it must not work. The player also admits that they haven't tested it for themselves. So I'm here to tell you today that as far as August 10th, 2019, Yip Tailwind does work. Sorry for the clickbaity title and intro, but I really wanted to stress the point because it affects you at home. If you are a part of the OGC fam, I don't want you guys to believe misinformation. And if I ever put it out, I try to correct myself. So don't just believe whatever's put out there. Go and test for yourself. These things are super easy to test. They aren't bad to test at all. Find an empty wall and go siege it. You can see from my you can rewind and watch it, but you can see from my fight with Jon Snow, who has 1000k core power on me, and no, he was not wearing command set for that. He has 1000k core power on me, and my archers with double Yip completely wiped out his swordsman before my jacks could. Think about that, guys. The double tailwind works in PvP, it works in Coliseum, it works in Siege. I have the proof. I did testing of my own to make sure that everything that I'm saying it is valid. But I really wanted to hit home that just because some random person on the internet says it, and then says that Lilith VIP said it, and then changes their story that Lilith VIP is a player, not actual Lilith VIP, that sounds so shady. If somebody makes a claim, ask them for the evidence, ask them for the testing, because it affects you guys watching this channel. And I don't want your gameplay to be negatively affected because somebody is spreading misinformation. Whatever their intent is, maybe they're just ignorant and they don't know. They could be that, and I'm hoping that it's just that. Hopefully that we can all learn something from this, that we need to test out things instead of just making wild accusations or blaming somebody just, believing somebody just because their core power is really high. Again, core power is just a number. You guys just saw me beat somebody with 1000k core power higher than mine. That doesn't mean that I'm smarter than them, I know anything better. They beat me like 6 times. Doesn't mean that they know more than me or they're smarter than me. We're just at different stages of the game. So in order to avoid doing a disservice to you guys by having somebody spout out information that's completely false and not true, I wanted to test, but I also want to hit home and hope that this is a teachable moment for everyone watching, that it's important to test out all of these things for yourself. People will reference that Lilith said X, Y, and Z. I never believe that, and I do my own testing. Some examples of this is Lilith came out with one of their patch notes. It's in the patch notes. I covered this in a video, that you cannot transmute legendary eggs into divine. You clearly can. Lilith also says that if you borrow troops from somebody, that they inherit the person receiving the troops' temple, chakra, and research. That's false. So anyways, let's jump into the testing. Here you can see I have 2 turtles, Sprig, Mako, and 1 Yip. So there is only 1 Yip in this setup. We're going up against walls. The reason why I'm going up against walls is because it will get me the most consistent damage. There's not going to be any variables with troops. If I was going up against troops and say I get a crit from Mako, or say that the troops are low level troops, that's not going to be consistent. You can only do damage up until the max HP. So if I'm going up against, say, the alligators, testing for overall damage, the alligators only have like 80 HP each. The damage overall isn't going to change. Does that make sense? There's only a certain pool for potential damage. Up against this wall, that pool of damage is millions. I'm clearly not going to cap out on the damage end. So I think I speed up so that we can get to the end results a little bit faster. And this is with 1 Tailwind, 1 Yip, Sprig, Mako. And right here we can see that Mako did 71.5 million and Sprig did 53 million. And the other reason why I'm going with Mako and Yip is if they benefit from Tailwind, then the troops benefit from Tailwind. This is evident through testing with just a single Tailwind. You don't need double Tailwind to test whether or not Mako and Yip directly reflect the boost that troops do. You can do a testing for that. In fact, I highly encourage you guys to go do your own testing. So here we can see now there are two Yips, Mako and Sprig. Both attacks, I use the turtle ale at the same time for both borrowed turtles. So all of the variables are as controlled as possible. So then we can find out the damage that is done. And now that this is complete, let's go see what this damage is. Wow, Mako did 130 million damage, and Sprig did 102 million damage. Big difference. That sounds like 2 Yips is twice as good as far as damage. So here's the evidence for double Tailwind working. This isn't an argument or a matter of opinions. Factual data is here. People that are doing this testing and saying that it makes no difference in their fighting troops, say silver troops or even gold troops, that's not accurate testing. That's not how you test. The troops only have so much HP, which means that the maximum damage you can do, it caps out. Even if you're sieging and there's troops in the wall, it's not going to be a good comparison. You need a controlled setting in order to test. So going up against an empty wall is probably the best way that you can test this. And as you can see, the damages between the two, it's night and day. It's almost doubled between 1 Yip versus 2 Yips. So the Tailwinds do, in fact, double up. So now my challenge to you guys is this. I want you guys to sit around and watch and wait. Watch the comments here, watch the comments on Facebook, and see how people react to it. You'll very quickly tell the people that actually watch the content and actually see the testing results, and then you'll very easily see the people that just fall into the clickbait and believe what the title says. Those are the same people that are going to fall into the trap of this is what somebody said on Facebook, so that must mean that it's true. It doesn't mean that. So here I try my best to give you guys information in these videos that either I've tested or people that I know actually tested. It's not always true. I make mistakes just like everyone else. And for the guy from Facebook, none of this is personal. Hopefully that this is a good teachable moment. Maybe now you're motivated to go test for yourself and grow as a player. That would be awesome. So with that, guys, test for yourself. Remember that your test conditions matter. To have as little variables as possible. Testing against troops is not an accurate way of testing, especially if they're silver. And make sure you like, subscribe, and stick around for more actual quality information. Take care, guys.